Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Today's video is going to be all about the Venus protocol and the XVS token. So if you haven't been following this yet, this is on the Binance Smart Chain. It falls under that umbrella. It has nearly $11 billion locked in it. Just crazy amount of money is locked in this project already. So we're going to be getting into the nuts and bolts of this one. What it is, who started it, what it means to you. The implications in the DeFi realm for this thing are absolutely huge. Some tokenomics, I'll be giving you news. A little bit of everything should be coming out of this video on Venus. So if you've been thinking about getting into Venus, or if you've noticed it on Twitter or elsewhere, this is going to be the video for you, all right? So as always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. So what is Venus? Well, per the white paper, Venus is a money market and synthetic stablecoin protocol. All right? Now, Venus is decentralized and all assets are BEP20, meaning they're built on the Binance Smart Chain or BSC, which makes them fast, secure, and have low gas fees. Now, Venus allows users to, number one, supply collateral as cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. So users who supply collateral will receive a V token such as VBTC, which is the only token that can be used to redeem the underlying collateral supply. Now, this enables users to use these tokens to hedge against other assets or move them into cold storage wallets that support the BSC. Now, users can borrow against the collateral with no credit card check and fast origination on the BSC. So supported cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, and digital assets from Venus must be pledged as collateral and locked. Pledged assets must be over-collateralized, meaning you can only borrow up to approved ratio of the pledged assets value, typically anywhere from 40 to 70%. So basically what I'm saying right here is that if you put forth, let's say 10 Bitcoin, and the allowed ratio on Bitcoin is 70%, then you could borrow up to 7 Bitcoin is what we're saying, okay? Now, it is possible for a user's collateral to be liquidated if it falls below the threshold required to borrow. So if this occurs, the user would pay a liquidation fee and would also have to satisfy the outstanding debt. Now, the remaining collateral, if any, is then returned to the user, okay? Now, interest rates will be compounded per block and are based upon the specific yield curve that is designated in the contract. The interest rate will be determined by market utilization. Now, in order to get the collateral back, the user must pay off their origination balance and compounded interest back to the protocol. Now, what's interesting is that users have no monthly payment obligations. You simply have a balance. So, interesting. Now, users can earn interest on the collateral as APY for providing liquidity. So as seen here, where USDC is paying over 22%. That's a lot. Now, users can also mint stablecoins on demand in seconds from your supplied collateral that you can use at over 60 million locations worldwide through the Swipe platform, which, as I discussed in the prior video, is an API that basically converts your crypto into fiat in the form of a debit card, okay? Now, Venus enables the world's decentralized stablecoin VAI or VI, which is a synthetic stablecoin based upon the price of the US dollar. Users can mint VI by using the V tokens from the underlying capital they previously supplied, and users can borrow up to 50% of the remaining collateral value they have on the protocol from their V tokens to mint VI. So, if you're still with me, one example of a use case that they give in the actual white paper is using your crypto as collateral to buy a house. So you'd have no credit check, you have no monthly mortgage payment, it would be high speed, there'd be a low transaction fee. Interest is based on the yield curve per contract and compounded per block. So theoretically, if you had a large enough portfolio in crypto, let's say you do really well, then you could just pay for an entire house based off borrowing on your crypto, is kind of the point, right? Now, in terms of available liquidity, obviously the most liquidity is locked in Bitcoin and Ethereum as seen here. So you can see that in this chart. Now, in order to start using Venus, you simply need to click the Launch App button on their website at venus.io, and you have to connect MetaMask. Now, one thing it'll say here is that you need to select the Binance Smart Chain in MetaMask. I tried to do this on my end. I couldn't get this to work. So I'm not sure if that's because I'm US based or what, but MetaMask is basically an Ethereum wallet that they're saying you need to switch to the Binance Smart Chain. I totally understand it, but can't do it. So this might be one of these things that is just blocked in the US. If there's somebody in the US who got this to work, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it, okay? But when I tried doing it, I couldn't get it to work, okay? Now, if you have additional questions, I highly recommend you check out the white paper. It's at venus.io/whitepaper.pdf. Now, for a little background, as I mentioned in the intro, Venus was founded by Joselito Lizarrando, or JL. So he is also the founder and CEO of Swipe, which, by the way, is owned by Binance, okay? Now, in terms of news, we have the VIP12 V2 upgrade proposal, which is VI liquidations, so 10% penalty goes to the liquidator. We have VI mint fees. Each time new VI is minted, a 0.001% fee in VI gets sent to the reserves treasury. And we have Venus redemption fee, which is anytime you withdraw your position and burn a V token, there will be a 0.01% fee that is sent to the reserves treasury. That makes sense to me. There's a cost of everything. Nothing's free, okay? But 0.01 is pretty easy to swallow, if you know what I mean. Now, Venus token holders, even those with XVS, will receive a VRT airdrop on May 15th. So if you're watching this video, right now is May 10th, May 15th, you could have a free airdrop and free money, all right? Now, in terms of governance, we have quite a few items. So we have VIP 15 proposal now deployed where XVS holders can vote on initiatives enabling VI and USDC recalibration. We have VIP 16, which proposes to initiate a community-driven buyback and burn of $3.5 million in XVS bought from SwipeSwap and PancakeSwap if approved. We have VIP 17, which adds Dogecoin to the Venus money market. We have VIP 18, which allows XVS holders to increase the borrow factors from 60 to 80% for selected big caps and stablecoins. And we have VIP 20, which enables XVS holders to vote on reducing Doge borrow factor from 60% to 40% due to the high volatility of Doge. I think we all know a little bit about that, right? Now, XVS was recently added to Crypto.com, as seen here. XVS was also added to HitBTC, as seen here. XVS can also be staked on Binance, as seen here, for 9.1%. You can also, it appears, supply your XVS on app.acryptos.com/Venus and earn multipliers on APY, taking USDC all the way to 67.3%. That's just crazy. 67% on USDC. Or on XVS-BNB at 107%. Now again, when I hit Connect Wallet, it doesn't work. So this could be because of being US based. So for all of you around the world, try this out. Let me know if it works or not, all right? Now, let's talk token. So XVS is the native token of Venus. As of this recording on May 10th, 2021, Venus was ranked number 90 with a market cap of 1.3 billion. It's definitely shot up recently. With 9.8 million out of 30 million coins, or roughly 33% in circulation. $6 million of the total supply was allocated for the launch pool, meaning Binance users staked other coins such as BNB and received XVS in return. So that was a new thing, that they were one of the first coins to do this. 300,000 XVS are reserved for grants, with the remaining 23.7 million gradually unlocked over a period of 4 years as they are mined by those that use the Venus protocol. Now, what's interesting is that, first of all, there was no pre-sale, there was no private sale, and the team has no token allocation, which in the crypto world is unheard of. Every team allocates money to the team so that the whole team can get rich along with the token going up. This one, none, all right? What's even more interesting is that JL, the CEO, loves to burn coins, with future burns being in small amounts to prevent slippage. If you don't know what slippage is, essentially it's where trade orders are being filled at a different amount than what was requested, which typically occurs due to volatility, as well as it could be due to the amount of tokens being bought back for burning, okay? But we're gonna have some burning here with XVS because JL likes to burn, all right? So if we insert the chart here for XVS, you can see that Venus kicked off the year at 3.58 or $3.58, and as of today is trading at $138.53. Now, meaning it has done a 38.7x so far this year. Great year, right? Now, if we zoomed out the trading view chart here, you can see that if it keeps trading within the channel, it could finish the year between 176 and 258, meaning you'd probably double your money. Now, what interests me, though, are the high return rates, coupled with the burn events plus airdrops. You've got a CEO in JL that runs Swipe, which is owned by Binance. And JL just burned $200 million of his SXP. So that's basically like lighting on fire a winning Powerball ticket worth more than 200 million right after you paid taxes. So he's just kind of like lighting it up, right? Let it burn. Okay, just crazy. So basically what I'm getting at here is that just doubling your money seems like a silly prediction, right? I think if we get a few more spikes like what occurred on April 9th, if you look at the chart, you can see the spike on April 9th, XVS could go well above the current trends. So with a market cap of only $1.3 billion, with nearly $11 billion locked in the protocol already, my prediction is basically, I think at the floor, you're doubling. And I think the ceiling could be a 6x or higher, just for this year. Long term, it could be well above that, all right? But I think for the end of this year, somewhere between $276 to possibly well over $800 is where this thing could fall if we get a few more spikes, like I mentioned, happen in April, which I think is more than possible because the Binance Smart Chain is just doing awesome in terms of the transactions, how everything's running. It's getting better and better, and it's doing this every day with the leadership of CZ on it. Then on top of that, you combine the leadership of JL on this project. This one kind of has winner written all over it, right? So a total value locked of $11 billion. The founder and CEO also runs Swipe, which is owned by Binance. Venus was purposefully made on the BSC to reduce gas as low as possible, which they mentioned in the white paper. It's a winner, you know? Even for somebody like me who can't get in and do everything that this thing's intended to do, you could still do really well on this. So I think eventually we'll all be able to get into this. Whether I can now is either due to being in the US based or it's user error. So if somebody else in the US has figured this out, please share it in the comments, all right? Now, where you can find XVS includes, we have Binance, SwipeSwap, HitBTC, Crypto.com, Trust Wallet, and more. Where I myself would probably get it is probably in Trust Wallet. The way I would do this is I would buy BNB coin. I would then exchange it to Binance Smart Chain. I would then take my Binance Smart Chain and exchange that to XVS. That's it. So if you own XVS, leave it in the comments where you picked it up, all right? I'd be happy to hear that. But other than that, this is a fantastic project, huge use case. Obviously, they've already proven it works with the amount of money that's locked in it. It's one of these no-brainers is what it is. So that's why I wanted to do the video on Venus today, all right? So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I am also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where I'm tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis. And for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.